Oh yeah, cause you gotta get ready. Yeah.
Gotta go to the train. I almost missed it last time.
You almost missed the train.
Yeah, like being ballsy. I mean, I got there when it was there. How's that look better?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's perfect. Actually, come on, got my haircut. And actually, I'm
All right.
put my jersey on back. Why you got? I just thought about why you got yours on forward. I'm gonna put mine on back.
Where'd you put the bong?
Right here.
I'll hit it one time.
You go ahead.
For congruency.
For congruency.
Oh. Just give me the lighter.
Here you go. So like when you was at these shows, because you gotta tell me about this show, cause I've been to like a few shows, like maybe no more than 5 in life, and I've been to them in just like different events, like different places. I've been to 2 in Philly.
Are they all festivals?
They weren't festivals.
And are we starting?
Yeah, we could start. Yo.
What's good?
What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Baltimore podcast. It is the real Kyle David, aka Wild Billy, and we have the pleasure, the honor, the litigated goal to have my guy, Teddy P, aka Carson Palmer.
No. Stop comparing. I guess like Bengals have actually had like all ginger quarterbacks.
But if you think about it, if I'm saying you are Carson Palmer of the Cincinnati Bengals, you're good as a mother. You are good.
Nah, that's true.
And then you had Chad Johnson, you had TJ Houshmandzadeh. You guys had a squad. You was throwing dots out there. You gotta be like, I can't get it though. I mean, I get it in the scheme of things. That's not the last person I want to look like right now.
It's not that I say he looks bad or is a bad quarterback. It's more so I'm a Steelers fan. So yeah, that's why I don't like it.
Okay,
more so.
Okay, I get you. That's like because I'm a Commander fan.
Yeah, and it's like you saying. I'm saying if
I say you look like Eli Manning, I'm saying something disrespectful to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, boy, you look like Eli Manning. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You can't.
I mean, it's not too bad because they didn't really do much to us, so it didn't really matter. But
exactly, and Eli got 2 championships, so he wasn't thinking about his skins at the moment when he was playing. But welcome to the Baltimore podcast. It's an honor. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. I missed you guys. It's been a while. There's been some things going on. But, hey, we here.
You're back.
We're live.
Partially.
Live from the deck. And that's all that matters. Thankful, happy, real appreciative. So, what's going on? What's going on this weekend? What you got planned? What you got planned, man?
Going to Big Apple, New York City.
Going to the Big Apple,
New York City.
You know what? I kind of have a love-hate relationship for like the Big Apple. Like I really like it in terms of just like the tourist life, just going to Madison Square or just catching a train, going to Harlem. I did all these things when I went to New York when I had my visits, had my funds, and I remember having a couple buddies. We had a Airbnb in Jersey. We took the little jitney out there, and it was a lot of fun. But it's just, I feel like I so like the city of DC, and I picked DC over a lot of places. I picked DC. I haven't been to California, but if I were to go, I think I'm picking DC. I've been to Boston. I'm gonna pick DC over Boston. I've been to Miami. I think
Picking DC over Miami. Huh.
yeah, because when you go to Miami, but also you have to be old enough to go to Miami, because if you like go to Miami the first time you like 16, 17, you can't really judge it, because again, you can't really experience everything that Miami could potentially have to offer you. So when I went, it's just very just artificial. It's just very, that you have to be very established. You got to have some pesos to be out there. And also, it's not much else, from my opinion, to do besides, going to South Beach, going on the Strip. Of course, the bars and stuff and clubs is fun if you are about those things. But in terms of just full-blown, just like activities, because my sister's out there right now. She out there for the weekend. And shout out to my sister. Lord, please bless her. Please watch over her.
She's out there for the weekend?
Yeah, her and her friends. Her and a friend of hers. So
fun.
Lord, please watch over and keep them safe, because it's dangerous.
Space?
Huh?
There's this club in Miami called Space, and it has a 24-hour liquor license.
24 hours? What?
Yeah, so it stays open. It stays open till like 11 in the morning.
Damn.
So like the main act, he won't go on till like 6 or something. And they just keep going, and the drinks keep flowing because they can.
And you see, and that's the thing, I don't like being at places like that for too long. like if I'm gonna go, and also it kind of depends on the music, because when I were going to these places more consistently than I am now, it's like, it's the type of music that I hear. Like if I hear rhythm and blues, if I hear a little rap, I'm like, okay, all right, turn me up, twin. If I go and they're playing some reggae, hearing some good reggae music, some soca music, just getting into it, just some real vibey, real rhythm type music that just get you excited. Okay, then I can, drinking, actually enjoying, indulging in these places if I am going to do that. But it's just 24 hours. It's like, hold on, like, I got things to do. Like, I can't just be in here for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? There's breakfast, lunch, and then I gotta not miss. And I'm gonna miss it if I'm in here just looking at half naked women shaking all booty cheeks from the top floor. But the thing is, that sounds so attractive. It is. It sounds so nice. If like you go into like a 3-foot story club, right? And let's say like, because in Cancun they had this 3-foot story club, 4 feet. I think it's called like the Coliseum. I didn't get to go because I was real toe up from the flow up. These women I met, they got me real drunk, and I woke up at 3 a.m.
You didn't even make it.
I didn't even make it to the Coliseum.
That's always a tough one when you.
And it was on a Tuesday night. It was on a Tuesday night, and I just woke up, and apparently they was just banging on my door like, yo, wake up, Dave, where the hell is you at? And then they started letting their negativity and intrusive thoughts on, like, we thought you got taken. We was like, all right, we just go, look for him when we get back. Like, what you mean look for me when you get back? Look for me right now.
You might be kidnapped. Let's
yeah, so we still gonna go get these phone numbers from these chicks, but when we get back to the lobby, we gonna look for him. He around here somewhere. He ain't leave the reservation. So
it's funny. Were you at like a resort?
Yeah, we were.
I mean, that like it was like all you can drink.
Yes, it was the Grand Oasis. Shout out to the Grand Oasis. They really showed us a great time, and they really did. They did us real good. They did us justice. Actually, it was real. I don't
blame you as much for missing, because you probably drinking all day.
You have no idea, and it's just when I think about it, getting up from, just imagine getting back from the club or whatever party you coming from, the beach or whatever you're indulging into when you are late drinking, escapading in the long deep streets of Cancun. So getting up at 9 a.m. after coming back from at like 4:35 a.m. because the clubs and stuff in Cancun, they up all night. They don't care.
Yeah, don't stop.
And then getting up at 9 a.m. having 3 to 4 hours, maybe 5 if you're a little too tired, and then you go out and drink. You do the exact same thing. So we would wake up, have a little breakfast, and then at 11 o'clock, where is what we was drinking? The Four Locos, the gold pack. It was the big gold tall can.
You drink Four Locos at 11 a.m.
Oh yeah,
that's asking to be done by 2 p.m.
It was leaning and screaming.
Oh my god!
And like, it's just so, like, when you think of like everything that's like around you. When I think about it in my head, it was just like, everything was just so beautiful. It captured you to indulge in foolery. And like, I remember it was like bars that was like in the pool, and like we had to swim to them, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then it was just like, and I'm getting my swimmer, and I'm with this, nice looking woman, and we getting our swim onto and I was like, okay, cool. So when I think about it now, like, those are like the places. That's the last place I want to be. That's the last place I want to be. I'm telling you, because Cancun is a place. Cancun is a place. It is a place. It is a place. Have you been to one of these places outside the country?
I've been to Punta Cana.
Ooh, what was that like?
Well, I was with my family. So
you really wasn't
that wild. Yeah.
You wasn't really trying to get into no much action like that.
And I was like, I think I just turned 18, so they like was letting me drink.
They did let you drink?
Yeah, they did let me drink.
Oh, so did you get drunk a lot? Did you?
I don't know. It's like, I feel like I did. Like, it's like you're sitting at the beach and they just come up to you and like, hey, what do you want to drink? It's like, you're not gonna say no to a pina colada. But I wouldn't say I got like super fucked up or did anything crazy. No.
Right. I hear you. It's because I also been to Toronto as well, and that was more like a. Toronto is more like
that's not a beach.
It's not a beach. It's more like a vibe type of town. It's more of a vibe type of city. You can actually pull up dressed to impress and just walk the streets and just vibe with the people and just enjoy yourself.
It's only like 8 hours from here.
I know, I'm hip. It's crazy. When
someone said that to me, I was like, what the hell?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's crazy that Boston, like the trip from Maryland to Boston is the same distance as the trip to Maryland to Toronto.
Yeah. And
I like Boston too. I like it a lot.
I need to go up. I haven't been up there in a while. I have some friends there. I want to go, but it is fucking far. It's
a break.
It's mind blowing. Like, New York's only 3 hours from here, and then like Boston's another 5.
And
like
crazy.
Everyone, like my coworkers who like all live in the Midwest, don't live on the East Coast. They're like, oh yeah, like you're like 5 hours away from Boston. Like, hell no.
It's like you thought.
You don't know.
Just because you got you a bird's eye view of an atlas, that don't mean you know where we at. You don't know that life.
Yeah. Well, I don't know any of the Midwest, so
I've been to Kansas City.
I've been to Kansas City too.
Did you enjoy yourself in Kansas City?
It was all right. I mean, I was there for work, so.
I was there to indulge, and it was fun. And I ended up going canoeing for the first time. Canoeing is actually a activity that is very mind clearing if you allow it to be.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was first doing it, and I'm just trying to like get it down, pack the whole, paddle with the like going like this with the little paddle boat, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. Then I'm just like, my movements was kind of trash, and I'm kind of getting stuck in place or just going in a circle. I'm like, what the hell?
Was it just you on the canoe?
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't big canoes. It was like them little small ones, and so I'm like kind of not panicking. I'm like, all right, I got maneuvers so I can get back to relaxing and enjoying this. The sun was out, it was nice and warm, and it was like clean water. I don't know why this water was so clean at this lake we were at, and I was just like, dang. And I was just sitting here just on the canoe like this, just like like, dang, this is what it's like to not be in Maryland all my daggone life. And this was after coming from Mexico like maybe 3 or 4 months ago. So I was just like, all right, cool.
Much different trip.
Much different trip. Like, granted, I did go out. Of course, like, went out to the bars and went out to the club and stuff. But in terms of, the intent and the objective, it was 2 different objectives,
So why did you go out to Kansas? What made you go to Kansas City?
To indulge with a woman.
Okay. So you're meeting her out there.
I was meeting her.
Okay.
Out there. And I met that woman in
How did you meet her?
Cancun, Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it all collides.
Yeah. When you start to hear like some of the stories, you'll collide a lot of things. You'll collide and put it together like, oh my goodness, this man is wild. Where were you at? Relax. Because that's what I be telling myself when I be thinking about it. But I would go back to Kansas City though. Kansas City is like it's like a more of a like kind of laid back.
It's Midwest.
Yeah, it's Midwest.
Everyone moves slower there.
Yeah.
Compared to like the East Coast.
And that barbecue is for real. Kansas City got some for real
do
barbecue.
Do you have burnt ends?
What the heck is burnt ends?
So it's like when they cook brisket, they have like burnt tips.
Ooh, I do burnt, like the
and
brisket.
then they'll cook them. I love brisket.
So brisket is good as a mofo.
It's so good. But then they'll cook it again, and it's like super tender. It's really good.
Dang, that is good. Hold up, like I'm hearing everything you're saying, but like,
it's like
I'm
brisket, but more tender, essentially.
Oh my god, why my forehead looking so big? My forehead looking like a damn Captain America shit. All right, cool. Bro, when you got a big forehead, and when you start looking at your forehead in like a camera or like a mirror, you start thinking of like the 2,000 things your forehead look like. It's like, all right, let me. Oh my god, woo. Forehead look like a damn. Oh, my forehead was looking like a validator. Oh man, golly. But yeah, shout out to Kansas City. When I was in Kansas City, I remember like hanging out with this woman. She was really nice, and we was enjoying ourselves. And I almost lost my phone in the club.
Oh,
So I'm like, hey, could you try to find my phone? She was like, all right, cool, babe, I got you. Checked it. It's still in the club. I can't find it to save my daggone life. Somebody called my phone. Hello? It was like, hey, was somebody calling this phone? I was like, yes, that's my phone. Who was you? I was like, who was you? I was like, I'm the owner of this phone. It was like, all right, brother, come in the bathroom. Come in the bathroom, like, what's going on? I'm dapping people up, and it was like, here, your phone, man. Like, I heard it ring weird. Was it just go ahead, your phone just out here like that? And I was like, all right, I appreciate you. Man, the Lord had me on that one when I was in Kansas. good
Steal your
people.
phone.
Good people, exactly, because if depending on where you at, that phone might never be found again.
My friend, I went to a festival this past weekend, and my friend lost his phone. Like he was looking for us, and it was like in his zipper pocket. And I think someone took it. And then like when he got to us, he's like, "Where the fuck's my phone?" And then he was like freaking out and couldn't find his phone the whole time.
Oh,
I saw him the next morning, and he like got a new phone.
Okay,
but
good.
he still has like the location of it, and it was like in Colombia, and then he checked it on Monday, and it was in Orlando, Florida.
Oh yeah, it was gone.
Yeah,
you
it's
see
gone.
Exactly. And it usually be at the homeland when something like that happened to you.
I don't know like what you can do with a phone though. Like you don't have the password. He obviously didn't like hard reset it because he still has the location of the phone. The number's dead. Like I don't know what you can do with that phone.
You want to know what would be because that was an iPhone, correct?
Yeah.
You want to know what would be the solution to all that nonsense? Just get a daggone Android. Come, ding, 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 ding. I'm giving you a key. If you don't want your cell phone to be lost or stolen, just get an Android.
No one wants an Android.
Nobody wants an Android because everybody too worried about, oh my God, why his messages in green? Like, oh my God. Well, like when I hear people like make that claim and make that argument, I just be just sitting there just like in the consciousness of my own world, like, Goofy, get away from me. Like I can't stand people like you. But
does it make you ever feel left out? Does everyone like we will not put people in group chats, so then you keep it below.
Exactly. I know that feeling. A lot. But with that being said, you wanna know what it is? It's just I just have this mentality of I moved to the beat of my own drum too much to go get a iPhone.
You're different.
But I had an iPhone before, and I do like the iPhone. I do like FaceTiming, whatever the case may be. Playing the little games with text messages. I like that too. But it just turns up just everything else. A phone being a phone. I like a Android because Androids I think are better at just being a phone. I mean, granted, iPhones have like marketing of the iPhone.
Oh, yeah.
It's just all time great. Like the marketing of an iPhone is historically great.
Anything Apple is just like their marketing is so
their
good.
marketing is like historically great. Like, and I don't get it because it's just like when you really think about just like everything and like how everything progresses, because we are in a progressing stage in life in terms of technology, in terms of just like the way society is turning out to be, how people view things. And it's just like I'm not ready for all this progression.
Well,
I'm not ready.
It's gonna go a lot faster.
Like
that's the problem.
Cause I remember like when I used to work at Wegmans, I used to be telling people like 8-10 years ago, like, oh my goodness, in the next 20 to 30 years, I swear we gonna be living life like the Jetsons. We gonna be flying whips. We gonna be flying our cars. Houses gonna be off the ground. Like we're going to be having like we have trailer homes, we have mobile homes like on wheels and stuff like that, but it's about to be houses like, yeah, we about to leave the ground. we about to levitate. So, and when that happens, that's when I'm just like, what do we do? Do we just say hell to society, or we just see that it's just a trap? It's just for the human mind. Everything's a trap for the human mind.
Yeah,
in a sense.
Well, what do you think about the what the Apple Vision is?
What's the Apple Vision?
So it's like essentially like it's like augmented reality essentially. So you put it on and like you can like use your like it's like you're using your computer. You can take pictures with essentially your iPhone like on your eyes.
You see, nope, I don't. And that's you see, and watching Black Mirror showed me that's the type of stuff that I don't want to be indulging with.
Yeah,
no,
you can, like,
I don't.
You can like watch a movie and it's like fully immersive.
You see, nope. You see, nah, and that's the type of stuff that makes it be like, nope, I'ma just leave that stuff alone. Like, I will be happy to not predict it, because I ain't gonna be here and be like, I predicted this, because somebody somewhere else could have been said this like 200 years ago, maybe 100 years ago. But with that being said, like, just I will be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that the things that I thought I was gonna see, I actually seen. But it's still like, what the hell? Why am I seeing this?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, dang.
I mean, I don't know.
It's
I
like,
feel like
hey.
it's the same thing as like when the iPhone came out. Everyone's like, "Oh shit! Like that's never gonna be anything," or something like that. You know, when it first adopted, it was pretty expensive.
It was expensive.
No one had one, and now everyone has one.
Everyone has one.
And I have
And
a
the thing
feeling
is
that's
like
gonna happen.
iPhones are so disposable too. It's like get a new iPhone like get a new bottle of water. It's like, dang, they switching iPhones like they switch boxes. I don't get it.
The people who like buy an iPhone every time a new one comes out.
Like, I know people addicted to drugs. I know people addicted to alcohol. Is there addiction to technology?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think we're addicted to our phones.
I think we are addicted to your phone, but also I think it's all about perspective. With that, my question would be, what are you doing with your phone?
Yeah. That's true.
Because like if you just, you know, because this is what I used to do, honestly. And I was doing it quite often, where I'd be like, you know what? I don't watch much TV, but then I'm just on my phone on YouTube watching clips, or I'm on Hulu, or whatever the case may be. It's like, okay, you're not watching TV, but you still being distracted because you're on your phone. And, you know, you facing your phone like this, it looks way creepier. It looks like from a outside view, when you see people just like this, like face deep in their phone, it looks like they more consumed than actually watching TV. Because at least like TV, like you could be laid back, like, you know what I'm saying, like you could give the illusion. The illusion looks different in terms of, like, of course, you know, you could see somebody watching TV, it's like, okay, like they are being not consumed, but their attention to is what is on the television. But when it's just a whole different look.
Yeah.
It's just a different look.
Or when you're on your phone while when you're watching TV.
Yeah,
I do that. Like, I'll have to move my phone away so I don't look at my phone watching something. Like if I'm watching, like, I always try to watch like an anime or something, and it's like you have subtitles.
Yeah.
They're speaking Japanese, and like you can't look at your phone while watching it, or else you're not gonna know what the fuck's happening.
That's why you gotta put the English captions on the I don't care if I'm going to watch it in Japanese. I don't care what you say. I'm putting the captions up I can see it.
I have the captions on, but if you have your phone in your face, you're not seeing the captions.
Okay, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I can't speak Japanese.
The only time I would like put the phone in my face, like while I'm watching TV, is like if it's NFL football season and I'm doing fantasy football, which I have a draft in a couple weeks. So shout out to them.
Who you drafting?
I did a couple drafts, like I did a couple free drafts, and I think it just depends. It honestly depends where I'm at, between if it's a 10 to 12 player competition with the fantasy football, and if my draft start is 8th, it depends, like, because I already know the top 3 people may get drafted. So now it's just like, okay, who is the best player right now that's still here between the running back, the receiver, and maybe the tight end, if you getting like Travis Kelce or something like that. Because I know people who took their first round pick and got Travis Kelce, because I did that too. I did that too in one of the free drafts.
A first round?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Travis Kelce,
Yeah.
he bought. I wouldn't be surprised if he scored 10 more touchdowns with
That's
another
true.
1,300 yards. Because who else they got throwing to? Who else Patrick Mahomes throwing it to? Besides Travis
A bunch
Kelce.
of like
Randy Dandy.
second year guys. They don't have
Of course they have
Schuster anymore. He went to the Pats.
Cheetah, yeah.
They don't cheat. They haven't had him for 2 years.
Yeah, because he with the Dolphins. I mean, they do have Sky Moore. Sky Moore's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But
like last year when they won the Super Bowl, they didn't have those like big name receivers.
I mean,
really,
they had Juju, right?
Yeah, they had Juju,
Yeah.
and he played pretty well in the Super Bowl, but like throughout the year, I mean, it's not like he was like putting up numbers.
Yeah, but I had a feeling once AB left Juju, he wasn't going to be.
Oh yeah,
he wasn't going to be like that real deal Juju.
I mean,
Juju nice though. He's
good, but yeah, his numbers were definitely inflated when he had Antonio Brown. Everyone was covering Antonio. Antonio Brown still had like monster numbers.
So speaking of AB, let's say AB made like a announcement like within week 3, week 4, he making a comeback. He's doing some trying out, and then you see AB on free agent with no teams, but you know he's about to get signed. Are you taking him?
Oh, at fantasy?
Are you picking him up at fantasy? I'm saying yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm picking because I'm not gonna lie. I think AB right now, he probably get me easily 17, at least 17 points consistently, even if he doesn't get a touchdown, because you know he getting like 8 catches at least, and you know he gonna have like 75, 80 yards at least. He might even score a touchdown. So I'm probably capping. He might get you a smooth 20, 22 piece off the strength.
Maybe.
But that's just me.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, but
wasn't the last time he played, he like just like ran off the field or something with his shirt.
Yeah, but if you think about it like this, like if you're just naming receivers, right? Who you think like the receivers that's in the NFL now? Would you say AB is better than them currently? If I just throw out like, let's say if I was like AB or Adam Thielen, who you picking? And you taking like consideration that AB has not played. If AB,
I probably would take Adam Thielen. He hasn't played in a while. Like it's not like he's like a year out the league or something.
Okay, are you taking AB or Adam Lazard? He used to play with he playing with Aaron Rodgers now. Still, ironic.
I'd say Adam Lazard.
You say Adam Lazard?
I would.
I am going to say Antonio Brown. I'm going to say Antonio Brown.
Hey, I mean he could be that nice, but I don't know if I have faith in him anymore.
Michael Crabtree. I'm joking, but I don't think Michael Crabtree.
Oh, Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown any day of the week. It doesn't matter when in Michael Crabtree's prime. I'm picking AB.
Yeah.
Who else? Because I'm just thinking of just like all the wide receivers, like in the league, and like even the Randy Dandies. And it's like, I think AB could be better than some of the Randy Dandies.
Oh, I think so for sure.
Like
he could easily be a third option, probably mostly second option.
He could be. He could be a wide receiver too. I could see him as a wide receiver too still, depending on what team he at.
Yeah.
But like if he's with the Packers or something, I could see him being a wide receiver 1. But he's going to have to work into it. But
yeah,
But
That's the problem. He's gonna have to work into it.
But I still think him
Um,
working into it, that will still be better than everything Green Bay got
I don't even.
currently.
Who do they have? Who's their quarterback?
Jordan Love,
Oh,
and I think Christian Watson. Christian Watson, he nice, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Was Matt Lazard their number one receiver? No way.
I don't know. Was he? Adam
I don't think
Lazard?
he was. I mean, I remember him dropping a good amount of passes, but he was.
I mean, everybody was dropping passes
Yeah.
at Green Bay. Everybody that grandma was dropping passes.
So Aaron Rodgers left.
Yeah.
He
and
sat in
now-
the dark room for 48 hours and decided to leave.
And it's crazy because, off of ayahuasca. Look, he was in the dark. He probably took a tab of acid.
Dude, he said he was microdosing shrooms like his MVP season.
Microdosing shrooms.
Yeah.
Who do we think he is?
Yeah.
Going to shroom land. Who do we think?
Have you ever microdosed before?
I have.
It's like you can't really feel it, but like
You
you
can feel
definitely
it, but you can't.
a bit. But you can like, we did it in the worst fucking way in college. So we took like a tab of acid, and like you have to either put it in like very like pure water, or like you put it in like alcohol or something. So we got like a handle of vodka and like measured it. It was like, I think 1,000 milliliters per 100. So then like each shot was essentially a microdose. So that's how we took our microdoses. We wake up in the morning and we would take a shot of vodka before going to school.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Before going to class?
Yeah.
And you guys graduated?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
No, when you take like one, you just feel like, honestly, like you feel kind of focused, and honestly like kind of helps a bit. Like people in Silicon Valley, they do it like all the time, like all like the techie startups, like they'll microdose.
I can see that because that's their life.
Yeah.
That's their whole life. I don't know if they have a life outside of that. Do they know what normal life is? That's what I wonder for, like celebrities and famous people, like movie actors, actresses, TV personalities and stuff like that. You know, newscasters, like people who have prominent faces that is seen on television or heard on the radio. Like, do they know what normal life is? And like sometimes, like I be thinking, like when I be thinking about my visions and how I see myself moving forward in life, and I think I don't really want the notoriety, the fame. I don't like to be seen. Kinda, I like to stay out the way.
Stay hidden.
Not even hidden. Like I'll come outside. I'll pop out, but you know, I ain't.
Like you can go outside and people aren't gonna know who you are, or like not everyone's gonna know who you are.
Not everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't mind people knowing me, but I ain't trying to have it where, you know, it's like 200,000, 250,000 people. I'm like,
Yeah, imagine
hold
being
on,
like-
whoa. Like, wait a minute. Yes, I know that I am, you know, the Kyle David, aka the David Kyle, aka Wild Bill, but I am not Alex Trebek. I am not Eddie Murphy. I am not a Rick James. I am not a Dave Chappelle. You see, I'm just me. So that's why when I see me and see like the person I am, like, I don't even know why 250,000 people would try to follow me. I don't get it. But maybe I'm selling myself short. Maybe I am selling myself short. Maybe I am the greatness that the Lord told me I was. And I'm just, you know, kind of just like, what do you see in me? Because I used to think that sometimes. about people like, yo, what do you see me? Like, what are you drawn to me for? Like, I just see myself as just just a guy. But maybe it's just me just selling myself short and just me just like not being in tune with like, okay, yes, you are who you say you are. You are, the creator of your destiny. You shape your destiny. So if you're going to, say that I'm worthless, I'm useless, I'm not good to the world, and all these things, then that's who you're going to, shape out to be. But if you speak yourself in a positive light, like I am successful, I am loved, I am gifted, talk these good affirmation, talk these good things about yourself, that's who not only you're going to shape yourself to be, but that's who you're going to shape yourself to be around. And that's how this beautiful game of life goes. But so back to the show. I ain't trying, go Martin Luther King on you.
Crazy tangent.
You know what I'm saying? Hit you with the Martin Luther King plot twist, but I think a show now more than ever is one of the most dangerous places to be.
Oh, a concert?
Yeah.
Why?
Because when you're at these places, when you're at these concerts, it is an invitation for everyone, and like for me and you, we could just be going, we just going just to listen to some music, maybe smoke a little weed if that's what we want to indulge in. Maybe have a drink or two if that's what we want to indulge in. Me personally, I probably won't be indulging in the drink so much. Maybe the marijuana, I may do that a little more. But with that being said, just being in these places is an invitation for everyone. And maybe like us, we just going for the music, but you've been to these shows, you seen all type of grade A weirdos.
Yeah.
And you be like, who let this guy in here? What the hell is he on?
Yeah.
And especially in shows. And so that's what I wanted to ask you, like, when you went to your first show, did you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you just saw things, you just saw people just being themselves in a way that you weren't used to seeing, and especially in terms of you being yourself?
Not really. I mean, I feel like the first show, like first rap show or first
a show.
Okay.
First show. The first Rave Alave. The first show.
The first one I went to?
Yeah.
No.
Like, the first EDM escapade.
Yeah. I was too drunk to even realize. But I don't know. I feel like most people are there to have a good time. Also, like, you just kind of stay away from those people. You don't have the same, like, prerogative of having that.
But the thing,
which is, I feel like, is easier for us as guys to do.
Facts.
I feel like as a woman, it's different. Like I'd be like, oh, like I'm fine going to a show by myself. I'm going to Chicago and like gonna go one day to a festival by myself.
I would, yes.
I don't think about that, but like a girl, like, probably can't go by herself.
Exactly. I'd be thinking about that too.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm kind of concerned, because my sister and her girlfriend is in Miami right now. So I'm just concerned, but I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to stress out.
She's got her friends.
She do have her friend. She do have her friend, and I know that they're going to stick together. I know that they're going to be aware. They're going to be cautious, and they're going to maneuver the way people from the DMV maneuver. So I got all the trust in the world with my sister and her friend.
Yeah.
And I know the Lord got her. But with that being said, you are right though, because like me, I feel like you could throw me in the middle of damn Wisconsin, and I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna make something happen. Somebody gonna give me information that is going to be beneficial for my divine purpose of cultivating the masses. So, but like you said, because as a guy, it's like because we know what we who we attract. We know what we look for in people and what we don't look for in people. So if you out here just off the wall, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep my distance away from you, weirdo. People like you, we gotta pray for, cause you sinning.
Pray for you.
We gotta pray for you, cause you over there sinning hard over there. We all sin, we all fall.
So like, what exactly are you talking? Like, give me examples of like why you think it's like a dangerous area, or like what, like when you're saying like a weirdo or something, what are you envisioning?
Like when I think weird, like people like dressed up as animals.
That's fine.
I mean, I guess it is. I mean, it's fine. It's not as bad that from what I've seen, but stuff is like I never from that point like. Of course, my upbringing and stuff like that. Never in my life I've been in the mountains camping for days in the mountain, and then I'll go across some plantation, some vegetation, and I look to my right and I see a lake, a good pool, like a lake thing, and there's women topless, with little bunny ears and little bunny tails and whatever else animals, and they just vibing, swimming. And then the thing is, they hopping like animals too. It's like they was trancing like animals. Like, girl, you a whole human. Why is you walking like Bambi? Like, what was you doing?
You went to like one of the really, really weird ones. But I mean, like, hey, that's fine. I don't, as long, like, in my opinion, as long as you're not harming anyone or like, being fucking like weird in the sense that like you're making people uncomfortable, then hop like a fucking bunny. I don't care.
Okay, I feel you, but my thing is just like everything that's around. It's the danger for everyone. Is for example, it's just like when you go to these shows, of course, again, is people, people is going to do what they're going to do. Is people are going to partake in what they're going to partake in at their own discretion. But when I see these things and I look at you, when you add just the elements around you, because sometimes you may be inside, sometimes you may be outside on the field, and sometimes when you at these shows on the field, it's gonna be stupid hot. There's no shade, no trees, nothing that's going to defend you from the heat rays, especially while you are intoxicated, whether you smoking marijuana, you doing popping pills or sipping syrup, a little lean, whatever the case you doing, you're just, and it's just also, you just, energy as well. And when I was there, just like it was different type of energies. I saw all different type of people. It was a dude, he was in a whole spacesuit. It was a NASA man. It was a NASA man. He was a NASA vessel. He was just at the top. He was a big, tall dude with long Viking-like hair, just like, and he was going nuts. And I was like, hey, my goodness, like somebody watch out for this guy. Don't get him riled up. If I gotta go scrap with him, he at least he eliminated half. Yeah, hell yeah, he eliminated half the army by himself. And also, what I did think it was interesting, how like when you watch like those watch cartoons, or like how like when you have you watched the Avatar? The Last Airbender, and like like had the little Fire Nation, their fire flag emblem, the Earth emblem. Yeah. They had like their little, tall little poles with the little totems with the little flag, and I'm like, okay, you got your gang in here. I'm like, oh hell, like
I love the totems.
They like they be smacking them harder. Like, we have arrived, dude. They're like, yay! I'm like, holy
those
hell.
Are so useful though for like finding people. Like,
for real though.
You're like, that's why I like having the totem, because then like if you go to the bathroom or something, you're like, okay, I know where my group's gonna be.
Exactly.
Or all right, we're by this totem. Like, just stay here.
All right, cool.
Because you can get lost at those places for sure.
No, you can get lost.
And your cell phone does not work a lot of the time.
They sometimes do not, especially like if there is trees around you. But again, you know, I know that there are shows like the landscape is different, so it also just depends on what show you go to, because like each show is different. I know each landscape is different, but I just feel like the dangers is the same. I still think the energy is the same, and when you just go to these places, I just think that you're just inviting yourself for some foolery. But who don't indulge in foolery? I know I have. I still
There's nothing wrong with that.
It depends.
It does depend.
It depends.
It does depend.
Because with that, somebody could say, with your logic, I could go kill 2 people, go stab them with a knife, and like, I was just indulging in foolery. What's wrong with indulging in killing 2 people? What if these 2 people deserve it?
That's not foolery.
Yeah, like, that's first grade murder. You need to go to the big house, buddy. But
yeah, there's a show I think in March, April or May, there was like a shooting like in the campground.
Shoot.
The guy was like fucking crazy or something.
And
like, that sucks because that hasn't happened yet in like in a festival, like an EDM festival. So like that happening is like fucked up.
Think about and that would be chaotic.
Yeah.
Think about if there was like 2 armed shooters and they going into a rave and everybody vibing and everybody's tripping or smoking weed, drinking, or they on acid.
It's crazy.
And all you hear is gunshots, and bro, that would be catastrophic. Wild. I bet none of them people would go to a rave ever again.
Yeah. I don't know.
I wouldn't go either.
I mean, most of the time never happens, which is good. I mean, it's only happened one time. I mean, but at concerts it has happened, like the Jason Aldean concert
what
in Las Vegas.
Hold up, I ain't hear about that.
You haven't heard about that?
No, tell me.
So there's a concert in Vegas, and this guy was just like up on like a hotel room, and he had like an AR, and he may have killed like around 30 people or something. It was crazy.
And he was on a roof.
He was like in like a hotel room or something, or like on a roof, and he was just like gunning down people
at this Jason Aldean concert.
Yeah, I think that happened like 5 years ago, maybe. I don't know, but that's crazy.
Like, damn, like that's messed up. I never heard of this.
Yeah.
Like when you think of like all of like the massive crazy events that just like happen.
Yeah.
Like it's dog nuts. Like how people have the courage to like do these crazy things.
And it's like it happens so much here. It's like, oh, another shoot. Like, you know, it's like desensitized, and it's like fucked.
Yeah, and it's like it's not supposed to be normal for people to be dying in masses like this. People just being shot, murdered, and all type of stuff in masses like this. And one of the things that my dad would tell me is when I'm away, just be in tune of what's happening, you know, at home. Like, don't always be, you know, in tune of what's going on the news. Like, try, you know, viewing the local news as well. And like, since I have this local news app, like I would just get like notifications and stories of like stabbing in Baltimore, stabbing 2 shootings here, and then
is that Citizen?
Huh?
That's not the Citizen app, is it?
Let me see.
Oh, the Citizen app that like shows you crimes that are going on around you. It's like, Jesus.
This is for this one. Newsbreak. Yeah, I got Newsbreak, and then I have it for Baltimore and also for Prince George's County and stuff like that. And there's just shooting in Prince George's County here, a stabbing here, car accident with 2 people dying here. I'm like, golly, like, what is going on? It is something going on, like where it's like something happening where someone dying or someone being tragically hurt every day, to the point where like sometimes I be thinking some of it is fake. Like I be thinking like some of it is fake. I do, because bro, is it really like all this wickedness, all this stuff is just like happening like all at once, all at the same time? Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy to think about. Like Lord forbid anything happens. Like we walk out, you go on the train, and then you get there and you see a car accident in New York. When you get there, you see like a three car accident. But then think about what's happening in Boston. What if someone gets shot there? And then you think, damn, someone in Baltimore get ran over by. It's like, bro, what is all this stuff happening at once? It's like, golly, it's just like,
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people for stuff to happen.
It's
chaos is gonna happen.
It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff happening. And I was watching this clip from. It was like a global corporation. It was like I think it was like from NATO. It was just like a United Nations like kind of like meeting, and it had like all of like the global leaders, and they was talking about population control. Granted, this video was recorded in 2015. It was like,
who was talking about population control?
It was like a global leader. It was just like a clip, and it was like kind of scary. Like I couldn't. And he was talking about population control, and he was talking about it. He was just saying how it was like the population then when they was trying to do the population control was like around 3.5 billion, around 3 billion, and they was trying to get it to
China.
Huh?
Was it China?
I don't know.
Or is it the entire world?
I think it might have been the entire world. Like, because, and then he was just saying that also now it was from that time to, I guess, from that point of 2015 that it's 7 billion people. And he was just saying, it was just talking, he was openly talking about just killing mass people and mass people suffering and dying.
Who?
It was some weird. It was like a weird clip. Like I didn't want to look at it long.
Jesus.
Like I stared at it and I was like, nah, I don't even want.
That's weird.
I was just like, but it's just like, dang, what if like, what if our global establishment, what if these global, these prominent global, organizations and stuff like that, what if population control is one of their agendas and they trying to, get people out of there or trying to reduce, the population. It kind of makes sense with everything that's happening. When you really think about everything that's happening, you kind of get like, oh, population control, kind of. It's hard to talk about. It's kind of an ugly truth, but.
I mean, I
think it's kind of an ugly truth. But with that being said, is when it's discussed, when it's openly discussed, and when the terms of what solutions can we bring to it, is always going to be somebody like, that means you're trying to take away our free will. You're trying to take away the freedom of choice. You bastards. But I mean, I get it though. I mean, free choice is important because I think without free choice, you don't get you'll never get the opportunity to fully learn the life lessons that you were supposed to learn if you didn't have free choice. Because if you always chose to do the right thing, there wouldn't be no lessons needed in life because you always made the right decisions. But that's just a little food for thought. Maybe it's just maybe I'm thinking too deep. Maybe smoking a little weed.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that our like population is like it's slowing down a lot, honestly.
Absolutely.
People aren't having as many kids.
Absolutely.
So I think if we ever got to that point, it'd be like, the United States starts like flooding or something, or I mean, definitely if like the world is like coming to an end and like we have some place that we can go to, or like planet Earth's dying, we're not all making it. Only the top of the top are making it. So.
It depends. It depends. It depends. I think I can make it. I think I can make it. I think we could make it. I honestly think we could make it.
It depends on like what it is. If it's like in a movie, like if you watch 2012, when like the world's, you remember in like 2012, like everyone thought the world was gonna end.
Yeah,
the
I
Mayan
remember
calendar. That. So like the world was ending, and then but the government was like, oh, we have like a secret ship that no one knew about. Mm-hmm. Then only a select few people are gonna go on. And if that's the case, I highly doubt we would make it, unfortunately. But if there's like, for instance, we make Mars like have a place where we can live before planet Earth is gone, and we can start moving people slowly, then that's a different story. But that may be after our lifetime, so
it probably will.
Yeah.
But this is what I think would actually happen. I don't like. Of course, possibly, Elon Musk pulls it off. Possibly Elon Musk pulls it off. But I think in my mind, this might happen. Let's say there is a catastrophic event. The elites are making it because the elites are probably making it. But also, I feel like the normal population will make it. But I think that the normal population would be like cut down by like half.
Oh, for sure.
Cut down by like half. And
more
then I think the
it's
rest,
like billions of people.
like it'll probably go down to like millions. Right? Yeah. Maybe to like 800 million. and then what's the rest of America, just like after the catastrophic event, then the rest of America will be in shambles. The rest of America will not only be in shambles, then the rest of America or just the rest of the globe will be in shambles, and then that's when the actual chaos starts. That's when
anarchy.
That's that chaos, the anarchy. That's when famine is full in effect. That's when there's for real scarcity in food. That's when it is for real scarcity in resources. And like you said, only then the elite will then really get the jurisdiction and get the not only juridic who gets the resources and how much money. They're probably gonna get the money for themselves, because at least
at that point I don't even know money. Like if we're in like an apocalyptic state, I don't think money matters at that point. I think money is nothing. Money is nothing.
Money is nothing when you really think about it. But it's nothing being used as something.
Yeah.
But when that's something, but I think even in an apocalyptic state, I think that you'll still be able to buy something.
I think you'd be able to buy stuff, but I think it'd be like bartering. So you'd say like, I can do this for you, or like I have this for you if you give me this.
Oh, so you're thinking it's going to be like kind of like in the beginning, like it's like, okay, like we'll like exchange like actual services and do like service this for this tip.
Yeah.
Like I'll give you, if you give me 20 pieces of gold, I'll give you some spices, this, that, and that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like, you think we're going to have to build civilization all over again?
Well, I'm thinking of this scenario. If like elites are leaving Earth, then like world leaders, they're going somewhere, like all of them are going somewhere else and they're just giving up on Earth.
Yeah.
Then it's like
we're going to have to rebuild this again.
Either we're going to have to rebuild it
or die off.
It's not even possible to rebuild. I feel like it would be.
What, impossible to rebuild?
No, like to rebuild.
We could rebuild it.
If there's still people like at the world changes, but it may be at a state where the it's too hot. Like we can't even, like as humans, we can't even like the oxygen or like the air content we can't breathe in anymore. I mean, if it's that bad, then no, we're all dead. But if it's to a point where it's like there's such limited resources that most people need to leave, but it's still, you still live on there.
What I'm thinking is like the elites already left. The people with the money, the people with the power are already gone. They already started their lives. But what I'm saying is, what's on Earth now is that there's so lack of resources. So either it is, rebuild, or just have everything run out and then just go and not go back to the Stone Ages where people were just carnivores and savages.
It probably would be. At a certain,
I can actually see that happening.
Like
a lot. It's going. Of course, it's going to get a little worse before it gets better. Progression ain't going to be overnight, and people going to be traumatized. That process probably going to take another 1,000 years, 100 years, a little probably 200 years to get to half to what it used to be before the apocalyptic event. But who knows?
Who fucking knows?
Who knows? We'll only get there when the getting there gets there. And this is the Baltimore podcast. I am the real Kyle Dave, aka the real David Cal, aka the Wild Bill on Murray Hill, and we got Teddy P.
Hennessy.
Good night. Good evening.
Signing off.
Deuces.
Are we gonna do a Patreon one?
Let me see how much time we have.
It's 11:30. You can do like a 30-minute one if you want. You don't have to.
I ain't trying.